Hey everybody, welcome to the Armory today. It has been a while. I apologize for the absence, but work has been overly demanding through the holiday season, which is a blessing for all. I cannot express how much of a blessing that is, but really, I sprained a muscle in my back and I've been working like a dog, and I have just been busy and stressed like you could not imagine, but all is well, and I hope everybody had just a wonderful Christmas or holiday season, whichever they ascribe to, and I hope 2024 is going to be fantastic and great for everybody. So I want to go over today a couple of projects that I'm really diving into. One of them I showed you before is a PPS 4352. Now, at one point, I showed on a video, I've got a PPS 43C, a Polish radom semi-auto pistol that I purchased years and years ago, and there's a problem with the locking pin in this one, and when you fire it, the top pops open. And I took it apart once, and it's going to take quite a bit to get it functioning correctly, but it seemed everybody said, don't scrap this, just go ahead and fix it. So I kind of decided, all right, I will go ahead and fix this one. But in the meantime, I've got this PPS 4352. Now, if you don't know what a PPS 4352 is, it's a wooden fixed buttstock version of the PPS 43. Now, I've always been a big fan of the PPSh. It is not only just an iconic weapon of history, but it's also very much an aesthetically attractive submachine gun from World War II from the Russian side. So, while I've got a kit for a PPSh 41, those are very difficult to convert to semi-automatic, but that is also on the plan for this winter, is to build that one. This one's going to be first, though, because this one, there's a lot more resources out there. So, one of the first resources for the PPS 43 series of guns is the trigger pack. Now, this trigger pack came from Freedom Machine. It's just a basic trigger assembly for a semi-automatic, and it is designed for the PPS 43, and that is excellent. And I gotta tell you, this is just a little tiny work of art. This is a fabulous and fantastic little trigger assembly, and I could not be happier with the trigger assembly. Secondly, is the modification of the bolt. Now, the bolt has to be modified so that the receiver has to have a denial, so you can't put a fully automatic bolt into the finished gun. The sear catch here at the rear of the bolt needs to be machined off, and a floating firing pin needs to be installed. And there's a guy who is doing just a great job at modifying these bolts. It's JP Machine, and this bolt is packaged up and ready to go to get modified. So, the last thing on this is going to be a barrel. This is going to be converted to 9mm just for ease of ammunition. I don't know if you've seen or if anybody shoots 7.62 by 25 Tokarev. Ammo is expensive and pretty much non-existent. So even though I do have a good stash of 25 Tokarev for my pistols, it is an elusive caliber these days to replace. So I'm going to build this one in 9mm. And this is where we're starting. So, secondly, when it comes to the PPSh 41, I've got a complete Polish kit for the PPSh 41 and an original 7.62 by 25 Tokarev barrel. And in that kit, the submachine gun actually looks very close to unissued condition. It is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous kit, and I am not going to butcher that in any way. But along my travels throughout the years, I came across a picture, and if people have seen my community posts, I posted a picture of this submachine gun. Check this out. Now, what that is a North Vietnamese K50M. And what it was basically a surplus PPSh 41 that was given to the North Vietnamese Army during the Vietnam War, and they modified it for better use in the tunnels under Vietnam. Now, that picture always kind of stuck in me that is a really cool adaptation of a submachine gun into something more manageable for what they need. And since I am a huge fan of folding stocks, I thought, why not try to modernize a PPSh 41? So, throughout my travels over the years, I have acquired a lower portion receiver, if you will, thing, a lower for a 41 and a trigger guard for a 41. These are not matching. These are just surplus bits that I have come across over the years. I actually don't even know why I bought them when I did, but sometimes things come up cheap and you just go, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy that. These are actually very expensive anymore, and it would make this project very, very difficult right now if I had not purchased these two particular items. Pretty much everything else on the firearm is either going to have to be very, very modified or made from scratch. But here's the trigger housing, and it's already stripped. It's got no bits. I believe both of these are actually Russian by the way they are stamped. But here's my idea, and I know a lot of people are just going to hate me for doing this, but I actually like doing something weird sometimes, and I'm not cutting up anything that is collectible or anything like that. These are just spare parts. We're not breaking up a kit or anything like that. This is all just going to be a pretty custom build. So here's my thought. Now, I picked up just a giant chunk of aluminum. And what I'm thinking is where the wood connects all these pieces together, mill out an aluminum receiver, if you will, that ties all of this together, comes back to The bolt holes, I'll probably trim this upper tang back a little bit, just because I don't think we really need that much length. But with that, connect that up to something similar to the Zastava folding stock on the end of the submachine gun. And then build out the rest of it kind of maybe as originally built, or maybe something different. I don't know yet. This is very much the thought process and what we can do with it. And this way, we would have something along the lines of kind of a modern interpretation of the old modifications done to an original PPSh 41. And this is going to hopefully be a really fun project, and I think I'm going to get a lot of hate for doing this. So, everybody loves the hate, and everybody needs something to hate, but I think I want to give this a shot, and this will actually serve as kind of, give or take, kind of a test bed on how to properly build a legal semi-automatic version of a PPSh 41, so I can build the kit that I have really, really well. So let's give this a shot. I've got to talk to my machinist about whittling away at this giant hunk of aluminum, and that is going to be one of the first steps in getting this done. I figure while I've got time, I'm going to go ahead and get this hunk of aluminum milled out and get all this done first. The only other big thing that I'm really missing on this is going to be the bolt. I do not have a bolt for this. Bolts are available, but they seem to be pretty pricey. So I'm going to be looking for something that is not terribly pricey if I can. And that way we can make this happen on kind of a budget. And I'm going to have to get another folding stock, but I do love the Zastava folding stocks. I think they are really good quality, really well-functioning folding stocks. And with that, we're going to get these projects going. Obviously, first off is going to be the PPS 4352. I'm sending the bolt out to be modified. I've got all the receiver bits. Should be fairly straightforward to weld together, and it should be pretty easy to modify this lower. There's plenty of tutorials on how to do that, so that's going to be pretty straightforward. And while that one is in the build process, I'm going to be getting this piece of aluminum machined so we can jump right into this one after that one is done. It's going to take about 2 weeks, give or take, to get the bolt back from the machinist. And, well, let's face it, I don't know what the work schedule is going to look like. So, these are kind of my winter ideas. Since we're probably snowed out of the gun club at the moment, and Colorado is cold and everything like that. I also need to clean my shop up. My shop's kind of a mess because I've just not had much time to do much of anything. Along with that, I also need to finish my AR-10. So this is what's going on in the shop, and I hope you guys are interested, and I hope this does not wind up on one of Redneck Preppy's Bubba Guns videos, or maybe it will. We don't know. We will just have to see. we'll see how classy we can make it. Maybe we'll get some props from old Redneck Preppy. We'll just have to see. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll have more videos out. Like I said, I've just been working like a dang dog, and it's just is what it is at some points. So, hope you all have a great week. Look forward to New Year's, and have a great time. I will catch you all in the next video. Bye.